Okay, made it to Whiterun. I know most of us have been here a million times already. Nothing new, but I thought we'd check out some of the NPCs and places here, see if anything's been changed.
Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of
Notice,
yours and ask Yorland Greymane
Adrian
for
looks
help.
pretty good.
I'd sooner bend my knee
Really
to
good,
Ulfric's
actually.
Stormcloak.
Nice.
Besides, Greymane would never make steel.
Most of the changes are primarily going to be with the women in the game. There really hasn't been an overhaul for the male characters except a few hairstyles. I noticed Sven was sporting a pretty nifty hairstyle back there in Riverwood.
Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him. Thanks.
Sure, I can do a few of the quests while I'm here, just running around. I'll probably go pick up Uthgerd. Kind of curious to see how she's going to look. Notice the companions here, sporting different hairstyles. Even Farkas.
I'm here to help.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, look at Rhea's hair. She definitely looks a big difference. Now, I don't know if there's really an improvement with Aiella. She might have actually looked a little better before. Maybe. Uh-oh. I may have developed a crush.
Huh?
If you can help me fight some bandits.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I apparently need a much higher speech skill.
How much? No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, I don't think I want you along unless you want to come along, but, I mean, seriously. Can't wait to find you a new set of armor. So, the Immersive Wenches mod adds barmaids and tavern wenches to, well, apparently they're just all over the place, and that's cool. They can all be followers and spouses, too. It's supposed to be, anyway.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn
Oh,
the
Isolde
merchant's
looks
trade.
good.
I need more experience if I'm going to run an inn someday. Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? Farewell.
Wow, but you can tell it's her. That's, in my opinion, really well done. Obviously, her face has been softened a lot and smoothed out, but you can still tell it's her. I also noticed Violet in the background was shopping at one of the stalls, meaning that the AI for,
Come on in.
the new modded companions or whatever, work just like everyone else.
Something?
Oh, goodness. Pretty voluptuous barmaids here.
If it's work you need, how about chopping up some wood for the fires? Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree all burnt up in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect. The companions? In Jorvaskr? They're recruiting new members from what I hear. Need anything else? Just let me know.
Nice. Well, there's Uthgerd. I can tell her hair's a lot different.
Want to hear a little Nord wisdom? You don't really know a woman till you had a strong drink and a fist fight with her.
Okay, well, I'll probably box with her here in a minute.
Work you're looking for? Hulda's
Oh, even Sadia was made over. Nice. Yeah, I'm totally digging this. This is really cool.
Need something?
Now, I dropped the weight on the body slider a little bit because I noticed at 100%, I mean, the butt and the boobs just, I mean, they're just out there. Which, if that's your thing, cool. But I noticed that it tends to vary amongst the other character models around the game. Like Isolde, she's not at 100%. And like Elfina there, she's pretty close to 100%. Not looking bad there, Elfina.
Such as the... What's the hurry?
Now, I'll tell you what, we can come back and do all that. I think I want to go report that we saw a dragon. We survived Helden. Get all that done. Kind of want to see what the
Looking for my husband Nazim? Check the
what the Jarl's oh, what would you call her? Oh, his little guardian dark elf.
Could you spare a coin? Need something? Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart.
Huh. Yeah, I have the one where the children are made over too. She almost has an adult face. I'm not sure if that's an improvement or not. At least not with her. I'm sure each kid's going to be a little bit different.
To find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own. You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room. I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you.
So you're willing to starve?
Can't really tell by the water here. This ox or cow or whatever looks pretty much the same. I know there's a mod to improve animal textures, but I think it'll conflict with a lot of the other texturing. It may overwrite it. I don't know. I don't know what mods clash with what and what just simply overwrite certain things, and then if sometimes they maybe cancel each other out. That's another thing I don't want. I don't want one improvement at the expense of a bunch of other improvements. True enough, I'd like to see some realistic fur and stuff, but you know, on like wolves and stuff, that would be cool. But I think wild animals are few and far enough in between where if I can get a bunch of other textures that don't clash with anything, then I'd probably rather go with that. And test the loading screen here. 6. Got another couple seconds. Probably because of the extra texturing and stuff, but notice like the wood and things in here, the tables and things are going to be a lot more detailed, and I'm really down with that.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Who's this
Well,
then?
that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
Okay, it looks like her face is softened up a bit. Might make a dark elf worth playing now in Skyrim.
So you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If
The
that
Jarl of
dragon is lurking in the
will view
mountains.
that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return
Wow,
to my
Irileth has a huge butt.
That would be best.
A huge butt is better than no butt at all.
You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Oh, wow. Well, she's pretty.
Yes.
One of the new servants? Remember that I like my meat rare.
Little smart ass.
Varengar,
Spoiled
I
brat.
found someone who can help you with your...
Absurd that you can't cook good sweet rolls.
Go ahead and fill
in
her
the
in with all the
skeever hole of a
details.
city.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. Off
This
to
is a
Bleak Falls
priority
Barrow
now.
with you. The Jarl
Anything
is
we
not a
can use to
patient
fight
man.
this dragon.
Neither am I,
Dragons.
come to think of it.
We need it.
Okay. Go ahead and put a basic something or another. Some of my equipment and stuff.
Before it's too late.
Of course,
Disenchant
Jarl,
a few things. You know, standard routine.
you seem to have found me.
Looking at the enchanting table here, not sure how much more detail it is. Sometimes it's hard to tell just not having anything side by side to compare it to.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded.
I have straight up just noticed extra texture, extra realism on a lot of items just by looking at them, and I'm saying, you know, that's definitely an improvement. But I think it's the overall ambience of just all the little things kind of put together that just improve the overall picture. You know, you walk into a room, and if, you know, the barrels don't look, you know, kind of two-dimensional, and, you know, the floor doesn't look kind of muddy and flat, I think that's a huge improvement. I think it's more of a peripheral thing. Now the smoke, there seems to be either more of it, or it's thicker, smoother, fuller, I guess. I don't know. Is that my imagination? I noticed the mountains have more detail in the distance. I do see that.
Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
It's still a bit muddy in the distance, but it should blur out in the distance to give that illusion of depth. If the distance had as much detail as what's up close to you, then the entire picture would look flat. So I understand that. I think it's a good effect, but there's still, you can see more trees, there's more rendering off in the distance. Like, you know, it's not stuff that only comes into view once you get close to it, which was the thing originally with Skyrim, and I'm sure that was to keep, you know, the file size down for the whole game. I mean, I understand. But it's a definite improvement. I like that. The visuals are a big part of it.
Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian at the forge.
Or the visual effect, should I say. As much as I like realistic stuff and texturing and things, well, I really like her. Now, I already know I can't convince anyone to follow me right now. And I plan on going to get Uthgard anyway, so I don't want to get tied down to one of the new NPCs. Especially at the expense of 1,000 gold. Screw that.
I might just be a servant among lords, but don't think for a moment I don't take my duties as seriously as the Jarl himself takes his.
Yeah, but even if not everything is so tightly rendered in the environment that it just, I mean, look at this. Look at the depth of field. That's pretty nice. And I can see details in the mountains. Yeah, I mean, like I say, even if it's not like photorealistic type of thing, it's the overall visual effect. That sense of looking off into the distance and thinking, I could go explore there. It does seem more vibrant, but on the same token, it seems a bit softer. Nothing here is all hard and cut and paste like it used to look. I think maybe because the shadows are smoother, the lighting is softer, more natural. There's a softer edge around things, just in general, I think.
I need more experience if I'm going to run an inn someday.
There's a wit here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the passing of time make it.
Yeah, even she looks a lot better.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those battle-born, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face. It's not wise to discuss it here. Please, if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home. I'll tell you the whole story. Please, let's speak privately.
One mod I got kind of excited about when I saw it was, I forget what it was. It was something like feminine movement or something like that. Anyway, it was supposed to take some of the dope-de-do look out of like sprinting and things, and it looks like it did a bit. I'm waiting for an upgraded version of that. I honestly wouldn't mind a complete overhaul of the animation, except for walking. The walking animation is great, but running looks terrible, unless your weapon's drawn.
It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
Go ahead and grab some stuff, just as if I was playing normally.
What do you need, my friend?
What I'd really just like to accomplish is get to a point where we can go to several areas and just look around. Around Solitude, Winterhold, we'll do some quests. You know, I mean, we're doing things here. I'm getting stuff started. Don't know what we'll do and not do. I don't really have any plans per se. I think I mentioned in the last video, I really don't even know what to call this. This isn't a special mods. I think, personally, it would be an insult to your intelligence for me to sit here and say, top 5 must-have mods of today, and come out with one of those every day for the next month because everyone else is doing it. That's fine. I mean, if they're getting views, whatever, but, you know, why? It's just my question is why. You guys can go on Xbox One and PS4 and read the mods, and it gives you a description of what they do. You can say for yourself whether you want them or not, and even though there are quite a few, especially on Xbox One, there's quite a few more than there is on PS4. There's not so many that you can't look through there or put in a simple search for a particular thing you want and go find it. You know, so for me to sit here and I mean, that's just opinion anyway. 5 must-have mods. Depends on how you want to play. Seeing as there's 1 billion different ways to play, then I guess there's 1 billion different kinds of must-have mods depending on which player. I'm not even going to get into that. But these are the ones that I found that look like they would go together pretty good and stuff. And, you know, just see how well they really just overhaul the environment. And I'm exceptionally happy with the weapons And we can't really tell so much on the armors because I don't have the gear to make it. And I'm personally not going to have anything to do with cheat mods. Like, you know, unlimited resources, the cheat room where you have everything you could possibly want, you know, in all these, and stuff like that. That's not my thing. I do want to play. And so we're playing here. Oh, wow, look at the clouds in the background. That looks new. That's a new sky. The vivid weathers is supposed to add a lot of different possible cloud formations and combinations and so on and so forth up there, and it looks like it's as advertised, so to speak. Yeah, but anyway, my idea here is to take what we have and actually go play with it. I'm sitting here running. We're gonna do this on stream too, so you know, if you're sitting here watching this, we'll probably do. You probably see more or less the same thing on stream. Although I have a particular loadout that I would like to actually make a character and play as. Specifically, I want to dual wield the Wakazashis so bad, because I've talked about doing it before, and now all of a sudden I can, and so that's big to me. But for this character, I thought we'd make a. I want one of the two-handed katanas. I believe that's it. So I need a corundum ingot. See if anyone has one.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
So this would be similar to having the ebony blade, and the reason I used to like that is because it was a relatively weak two-handed katana. Well, now I can make my own. And I can custom enchant it the way I want, and I can do what I want, and make it iron if I want, and go all the way up. You can even make silver katanas. I mean, how cool is that? And they actually do look pretty cool too, by the way. So if you're going to role play as a, I don't know, as a, you know, one of those enemies of the companion, the silver hand, you can role play as one of those with any kind of weapon you want, basically. At least, you know, weapons available on that particular mod list. And it's a lot of them. And you got katanas and swords and daggers and bow, all kinds of stuff. So very cool. Although this great axe I've got on my back, that's actually pretty nifty too. And there it is. And look at that. Base damage 19. Slightly higher than I believe the ebony blade would be, but the ebony does upgrade itself each time you feed it a couple times. The Wakazashis, I'm going to have to make 2 of those on my actual character. This is more or less just a test run, just to see how things play. I want to see if the performance of the game is really impacted at all by the mods. A couple of loading screens have been 1 or 2 seconds longer, but still not near as long as they used to be in the vanilla version anyway. So I mean, whoop-de-doo-dah. If that's all it's going to be, if I'm not going to experience any lag or loss of frame rate or any of that, then this is going to be awesome. Let's see, what can I can't really make it. I need to go get some ingots, gold ingots, silver ingots. Looks like mainly gold. I can make these though. Oh, those are nice. Those are actually really cool. Pretty simple. Gold, silver, yeah, gold and silver ingots. What we'll do is we'll go to Halted Stream Camp and go get a bunch of iron ore and get the book of, what is it, transmutation or whatever, and make a bunch of silver and gold. Get it for free. And get a full set going. Probably try a few different combinations of different pieces too. Yeah, I'm really a big fan of those boots. Those are the boots I like. They look similar to Dark Brotherhood boots a little bit. Maybe just hopefully a little bit higher, knee high or even thigh high would be awesome. And they also have thigh high stockings, so if you want that, you can add that to the boots or whatever you're using too. So it's definitely, it's all counts as clothing. Look at those boots count. So if you want to wear clothing, you actually have some really cool options. Now the Succubus Armor, that's something, I don't know. The whole little bat wing sticking out the back thing, I don't know if you have to have that. We'll see. That was something I was thinking for Serana. See, you can have a sexy set without looking slutty or any of that. Which, if you want to look slutty, we can do that too. They even have the skimpy armor version of this. Okay, so see those armbands there that come with the default undergarments? You can make armbands like that that'll go with your vest or corset, or I was thinking about that little mini dress type thing going with. Don't know if we'd combine that. Probably go without the pants and probably go more with like the thigh highs or something, and then get the thigh strapped dagger and all that. Which, other than some minor clipping with the sword, I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. I mean, you know, if I went with different weapons, that won't even be an issue. I'm guessing anything that's, you know, belt strapped like a longsword, daggers, wakazashis. I'm kind of curious how they're going to, how you would carry them. I haven't made one yet. I'm wondering if they'll strap like this, because I believe traditionally, at least, of course, I'm going by the movies. So what is that? That really doesn't say anything. And I think traditionally they're strapped across the back, even though they're a shorter straight sword. Now they're a curved sword technically because they're a katana, but they have an almost straight blade.
Come on in. We got warm food.
Very cool weapon. Always been a fan of those
This
for
is
some
a local
reason.
favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned.
Yes?
Ragnar the Red.
Huh?
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old
You can even flirt. I was feeling a little off today, but you definitely turned me on. That doesn't change anything.
Don't do that.
When he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
You expect me to believe that? It would seem so.
Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed.
Nah, I don't think so. There's plenty more
What can I do for you?
Alright. I get it. What is it that Mikhail says? I'm going to conquer her as any true Nord conquers a wild beast or something.
I've got a hungry daughter to feed, so selling my produce is really the only thing I care about. Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me. That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast.
Harsh beast.
If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his,
Plenty
though.
more where that came from. Just give a holler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take a look.
I don't know who this is. Is he a merchant? Oh, look at how much gold he has available, too. Okay, see, this is the... Oh, so merchants don't have enough money and don't have enough stuff for you to, you know, kill the endgame boss at the very beginning of the game. Here's every single spell tome in the game, and here's 3,000 gold to start with. I don't need all that. I don't see using this guy. I think I'll use the default merchants. I don't think players should be trusted to rebalance economies, because player laziness can ruin a game's economy. Especially if the economy isn't all that to start with. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Keep your stuff.
What can I do for you?
I'm a bard by trade. Perhaps you've heard of me. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine.
Over here.
She just doesn't know it yet.
One of those?
Maybe you can help.
Maybe you're right.
Of course.
I guess I just didn't want anyone to think I couldn't handle one Nord lass.
There's plenty more where that
On my honor,
Just give
I
a
won't bother Carlotta ever again. It's the leaving that's hardest, I know.
It's the leaving that's hardest, I know. The level up menu doesn't look really any different.
Oh, did you need something?
Want to hear a little Lord wisdom? You don't really know a woman until you have a strong drink and a fist fight with her. Think you can go blade to blade with me? You'd be dead in 6 seconds. And why not? I could beat anyone in this city, barehanded. 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Just fists. No weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go.
Awesome. Now, this wound up being like a 10-minute fight. Seriously, I found out that I don't know which mod did this, but I have to say I actually approve. Is you can't use magic at all, not even healing. Before you could heal in one hand and swing with the other and keep yourself alive. On legendary fist fighting, they can kill you really fast. They really can. It takes about an hour to beat them down. And in this case, we're not allowed to heal anymore. As soon as you heal yourself, the fight's over. You lost your gold and you lost the fight. You can fight again, but you just can't heal at all. But this is still a thing.
I like that.
I did not run into this problem on normal Skyrim, but since I got the special edition, this has been an issue.
That and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. Let's not waste any time.
Right, she stays knocked down after you fight. You have to fight her to get her as a follower, I think. I don't think there's any way around that. Let's go ahead and make this our primary weapon. We can make these whenever we want. And that is awesome. You can have several katanas for several different situations. One fire, one ice. One with soul trap on it if you need to fill some gems. Then a normal, you know, that type of thing. Look at the night sky. That's one thing I felt the game was missing too. I'm a big fan of the Northern Lights thing, the Aurora Borealis effect and all that. Look at that. That's just like a galactic effect that I believe stays up there. And so if it's cloudy or even storming, or if it's just a crystal clear night, whatever, that's like a constant. Don't know if it changes slightly in the sky based on the season, as you can play Skyrim year-round. I'm not sure about that. I mean, I obviously haven't had time to test that. I doubt it. It's probably just something that's up there pretty much all the time.
I hope you're looking at me like that because you want to buy something. Really? You convinced that loot player to stop chasing me? I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day. Mostly.
Look at the mist. Must be cold out. Not getting it on Uthgerd, though, for whatever reason. Maybe it was because of the way she's dressed or something. Huh, interesting. Well, maybe if it's not 100% consistent across the entire... Whatever. It's still a cool effect.
Gavin?
Looks like it's got something of a motion blur effect. Still, that's a huge improvement with the stars and stuff. I'm also noticing it's a little what, darker outside of the area of effect of the lighting, and I'm wondering if the lampposts mod. There's a mod that apparently just adds lampposts to the roadways, and that's it. Just paths that you can travel. There's just lamps here and there. I think we'll maybe install that. Never know. We'll go out and do some exploring and see if that would be a good thing. All right, thanks for watching, and I don't know what we're going to go next. Probably go to Bleak Falls Barrow. All right, y'all take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.